Mike accidentally knocked over and broke a wealthy man's expensive jar of caviar. He picked up a piece of glass with a little caviar on it and tasted it, but it tasted absolutely terrible. In that moment, he realized something. The purpose of expensive food wasn't really the taste. It was about showing off your status. He looked at his mother, who worked as a maid for wealthy people. Her employer humiliated her in front of everyone and even took away the money she had earned from 6 months of hard work. Right then, Mike secretly vowed that one day he would get revenge on these rich people. Years later, Mike grew up to become a famous celebrity chef who cooked exclusively for the wealthy. He would serve raw beef blood alongside a simple beef roll. Then he would splash red sauce across the plate in an artistic way, making the ordinary dish look incredibly expensive and luxurious. His reputation became so huge that wealthy customers would practically fight over his food. They would even lick the leftover sauce off their plates because Mike knew that taste had nothing to do with wealth. It was all just a game of ego. But his most talented student, Emma, still didn't understand this. She genuinely believed that her mentor's food was the best in the world, but that belief was about to be shattered. One day, they prepared an expensive meal for an ordinary family of 3. They made the soup using nothing but instant flour and tap water. Yet the family didn't suspect a thing. In fact, they praised the soup and said it tasted amazing. Emma was completely shocked. She had also grown up in a poor family, so what she saw made her extremely upset. The chef she had looked up to was treating food so carelessly. At that moment, she completely lost her respect for him. Emma quit her job on the spot and decided to open her own restaurant. She wanted to create food that was made with honesty, passion, and heart. 3 years later, Emma finally opened her own restaurant. As a female chef in a world dominated by male chefs, she quickly attracted everyone's attention. Little by little, she built a name for herself. Then, a wealthy woman in the city threw a huge birthday party and invited both Emma and her former mentor, Mike, to cook for the guests. For Emma, this was the biggest opportunity to prove herself. She wanted to beat her former mentor at his own game. She prepared her signature seafood dish. As soon as one of the guests took the first bite, he couldn't stop praising it. But Mike had come fully prepared too. Suddenly, the lights in the entire banquet hall dimmed. A massive piece of raw beef was lowered from the ceiling. Then a man stepped forward and began cutting it with dramatic flair, almost like a performer. He sprinkled spices over the meat, turning the entire presentation into more of a spectacular show than a meal. Then he set a fire on the floor. Within seconds, huge flames surrounded the beef. The sight was so dramatic that everyone's attention was drawn to it. That flashy feast completely overshadowed Emma's seafood because Mike knew exactly what wealthy people loved: the spectacle. He served the first piece of roasted beef to the birthday woman. She proudly enjoyed the special honor in front of all her friends. The rest of the guests quickly joined in and began eating with great enthusiasm.